Right in the middle of our wedding, my husband suddenly slapped me in front of everyone after his sister whispered something in his ear. For a moment, the entire hall went silent in shock. But instead of breaking down or walking away, I stared straight into his eyes, lifted my chin high, and what I did next in front of all the guests destroyed him completely. Okay, so picture this, my wedding day. June. The sun is setting, painting everything in this warm, golden glow. Champagne flutes are tinkling, laughter's bubbling, and then a crack. My left cheek exploded with pain. My husband, the man I'd loved for 3 years, the man whose child I was carrying, though he didn't know it yet, had just slapped me. Hard. Right there, in front of 200 stunned guests. The string quartet stopped mid-note. The world just held its breath. My veil was crooked, my mouth tasted like copper, and his hand was still raised, like even he couldn't believe what he'd done. Can you even imagine? What the hell do you do in a moment like that? Everyone leaned in, waiting for me to break. To cry. To run. To crumble into a heap of silk and shattered dreams. But I didn't. Instead, I smiled. And what I said next, in a voice so clear it cut through the silence, well, it destroyed him. Completely. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take you back to the beginning. To how we got to this beautiful, terrible ruin. I met Julian Clark on the absolute worst day of my life. My mom had just died, pancreatic cancer, brutal, swift. I was 26, standing in the funeral home parking lot, just trying to remember how to breathe. The air smelled like exhaust and cut grass. My dress was too tight, everything was too much. I couldn't go back inside, couldn't listen to one more person tell me she was in a better place. Time doesn't heal anything, you know? It just teaches you how to walk around with the wound, how to pretend you're not bleeding out. I was leaning against my car, pressing my palms against the hot metal, when I heard footsteps. A voice. You look like you need this more than I do. I looked up. Julian. Tall, lean, dark hair, eyes like sea glass. He was holding out a silver flask. I don't drink with strangers, I said. He took a sip, then offered it again. Good policy. I'm Julian. Now we're not. I took it. The whiskey burned, a different kind of pain than grief. A cleaner pain. We stood there for a long time, just passing the flask, not talking, just existing in our separate griefs. That's how it started. That's how he slipped into the raw, gaping void my mother's death had left behind. Julian was a real estate developer, successful, ambitious. He had that confidence that comes from never really being broken. His family had money, old money. The kind that whispers instead of shouts. He told me his mother had died young, that he understood loss. But understanding loss and living inside it? Two very different things. He romanced me, you know, the old-fashioned way. Flowers to my office. I was just a junior accountant, nothing glamorous. Dinners at places I couldn't afford. Weekend trips to Vermont, where we'd make love as the rain pattered on the windows, and he'd trace the full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.